Hi, Dan again. Second review today on the 4th of July in the whiskey review marathon that I'm going to try to do today. I kicked it up a notch. I put a big old American flag in the back, and I got a Jimmy rigged up with the lighting on, lighting on the ceiling there. But I think it gives it a better feel, don't you? So, I wanted to share something kind of special with you. Once again, we're doing Scotch again, but I promise you there will be a few bourbons today to make sure that it goes along with the most important day for America. But this one is called Longrow. It is from the Springbank Distillery, and it is a heavily peated version of Springbank. Springbank is probably the craftiest of all of the Scotch whiskies. I know that they do all of their stills are still directly fired, and they try to pick out the best casks possible. They present everything unchill filtered and natural colored. It is a very quality product. I think that you guys will be able to find this. I got this one actually online at my Pennsylvania state store, but I think that you could probably find some kind of expression of this. This is Single Cask. It is cask strength as well, I'm guessing, at 57.1% ABV. This is a big heavy hitter whiskey, Scotch, single malts, and so I really wanted to share this with you. Springbank is certainly one of my favorite single malts. Plain old Springbank is already has a very nice peated characteristic to it, but this one amps it up a lot. Springbank is located in Campbelltown, so the peat experience in this one is a little bit different from the ones that come from Islay or even the Highlands like Ardmore, or even from Speyside, like the, don't quote me on this because I'm not great at geography, but the Ben Riochs and stuff like that. It's really cool to taste all of the different kinds of peat that come from Scotland. Today I'm also going to be doing a sherry monster, and it's pretty cool. In the world of alcohol, there's a lot of extremes out there. Okay, so you can get a peat bomb like this one. You can get a sherry monster like Aberlour or Abu Na, or even in like the beer world, where you get these heavily hopped IPAs or imperial stouts that work off like big roasty notes. There seems to be extremes in there. I just did a Glenlivet 18 review, and that's a middle of the road one. It doesn't feature anything specifically. It's just a very nice whiskey. It's like a moderate in the world of politics, but this one would be on the extreme. I don't know if it would be Republican or Democrat. That's up to you. Kind of a fun thing to think about, but this one is a heavily peated whiskey, and that is not all that's going on, which is something that I really enjoy. That it's not just all peat. I reviewed one a few ones back. It was Ben Rioch Curiositas, and that one was all about the peat. You can also say things like Octomore and stuff like that. The ones that really take it up a notch are the ones that add balance, even though there's a strong peat presence. So let me tell you about this one. This one is not for beginners. This one will take you on a roller coaster ride. A lot of people, I told you in my last review that I love drinking scotch with my father-in-law. But this one, at first he did not like. And he had a couple drams of it, and he's stuck in there because he likes his whiskey. And as you can see, there's not a lot left, and I don't know as if he ever really liked it. So this one's on par with the tougher ones to like Old Paltney Cask Strength. Man, that thing's awesome. But at first, some of you might not like this. But if you give it time, then you're going to really like it. I like this one right from the very beginning. I like everything about this. So let me get into the nose. The peat is obviously earthy. Peat comes from the earth. It comes from broken down old vegetation that takes a very, very long time to decompose. So obviously it's extremely earthy, but it's earthy in a different way than a Lefroy or an Ardbeg or a Caol, something of that nature. It also has a spicy note to it. Spicy in the same way that certain root vegetables are spicy, like parsnips, turnips, celeriac. Spicy in the way that a fennel gives off the anisette, the licorice flavor, and that is certainly here. There's a sweet grain characteristic, grain meaning sweet barley, so it's in barley sugar. So I'm not talking a lot about the smoke. The smoke is there, but there's all these other layers that are there as well. Vanilla sugar, like you took leftover vanilla pods and you set them in sugar, really nice. This one is from a refilled sherry hogshead. So there's also some nice sweet sherry notes in there as well. And then this one's got this, if you've ever taken carrots and shredded them, or grated them, you really get that smell. This one has a huge root vegetable note to it. On the taste, so just like with Lefroy, Lefroy has a very sweet arrival, and this one does too. The peat is spicy, really spicy. It's delicious, just like that root vegetable earthiness. So it's kind of like a sharpness to it. Like if you ever had mashed potatoes that have had parsnips that were boiled along with it and mashed in, you really pick that up. Like a really fresh carrot that you take a bite of, there's that tinge of spiciness, and it's really great. The peat smoke is certainly there. I mean, it goes all the way through the development from beginning to end. But like I said, that's not the only thing that's going on here. This thing's been aged in sherry casks, so you get notes of dates and figs and prunes. How can you go wrong with that, right? What I can really say about this one is that it's extremely balanced. It's got sweet, it's got savory, it's got the smoke. But I would not say that it's either bitter or sour. It's just really good. And so overall, this is a well-made, complex peat moment that is rewarding from nose all the way to the aftertaste. But I would say that this is not for beginners. If you feel like you want to step up your game a little bit and try to enjoy something a little different, go for this one. If you're somewhere in the middle, start with Springbank. Springbank is a great expression. Go with the 10-year-old. You can usually find that someplace. So This one is highly recommended. It gets a 92 from me, which is one of my higher rankings so far. So I will continue my whiskey review marathon today on the 4th of July, and I'll see you back with another one soon. So thank you.